Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Hamilton, one of the pastors at the United Methodist Church of Geneva, and we're undergoing a major restoration and renovation project in our 1874 building to make some repairs to a sinking floor. And this is just updating you after the first month of construction. The big thing that happened this past week, and maybe some of you have been spying it as Easter eggs in the background if you've been following these updates, is that above me and behind me, these red things, brick colored, that's structural steel. That structural steel came in a lot earlier, a lot faster than we wanted to, and we were ready for it. And so actually, if you've been watching the videos, there were wood beams, kind of like this one, and there were some that were rough hewn. They were that dark brown color if you watch the videos. We cut those out this week. The second floor is held up now by structural steel. And I may have shared with you before, this was a hand-dug dirt floor, and it was a lot deeper in some places than we thought. There's in some places, 2 feet of stone in here to start bringing that floor up and supporting it. So we had a sinking floor problem, and this is going to take care of all that with structural steel, stone, and concrete. Now, the main area of concern, I'm going to show you an old picture here. The wood floor, as you see in this picture, was sinking. And so the wood had sunk onto the dirt. That's what causes the gap in this photo. This is that area now. Look, nice, perfectly level. And so what we have done is examined all that. We compression tested the soil. The soil is so compacted, it exceeded the meter. So we're not dealing with settling ground here. What was causing the problem was 152 years of some wood and other organic matter that was holding up the floor. It got wet and dry, and guess what? That just decomposed over the time. So it was decomposed organic material, caused that floor to sink. It was resting, the floor joists were resting on the ground, and we took care of all of that. In fact, we added this water barrier here. So if there's ever water coming from the outside, the other side, of course, is in our atrium. So we're not expecting water protrusion there. But if there ever was, it's going to be taken care of by this cloth. It's going to send it down to a new drain tile we put in to a sump pit. So that way we're not going to have any water problems going forward. Then we put some hydraulic cement on top of it so that there's not going to be any reason for water to be coming in here, causing that trouble again. And eventually we're going to pour concrete in there. And like I said, we started taking out these wood beams, and they're, you can see all the way at the top. That wood beam is holding up the ceiling. Well, we've changed all of that. You see all sorts of new wood, all sorts of new steel. And I want to show you, this was really cool, watching how this steel came in. I have a little time-lapse video here for you all to see how this came in. Of course, we had some power equipment here and a crane outside, as you see in some of these pictures. But in the end, we had to do it Egyptian style. So we have a ramp, and it comes right down on rollers into the space with a lot of strong people power along the way, doing it, of course, in a safe way and getting it set up here. So check out this quick time-lapse video. Wasn't that pretty cool watching that happen? Just want to show you, this is, oh, we can't see that. Let me gotta come a little further. So this is what's left of the limestone. There was a post here, right? Now it's concrete on steel. We poured some really good footings. I just want to show you one other thing following up from times past. We have uncovered what we believe to be the first bathroom. I showed you in a couple videos ago, our worship arts closet was over here, and there was a clay standpipe. And I'm going to call that our Harry Potter bathroom. Chances are, when they put sanitary sewer down 2nd Street, they also added a little bathroom under the stairs. This used to be stairs going up, and they added a little bathroom under there. So that's what that is. We've completely sealed that off, put hydraulic cement on top, so we're never going to have any issues with water or smell coming through there. And of course, this is all going to be reworked, like I said, and you'll see some of those changes coming up in a couple weeks. Now, we're also starting to move into the boring phases. So they've been doing work upstairs, but there's not much to show you because it's all electrical in the ceiling. There's nothing to see unless you've got your head in the ceiling, and I ain't going up there. I wouldn't even know what to show you. I went to Jesus school, right? I'm just telling you what Tom Whitmore and his guys tell me about our project along the way. But soon we're going to be cutting through this wall here, connecting the atrium, and that's going to change things up. So over the next few weeks, you're probably going to see some different kinds of content coming out because we're going to get to the part where it's like, oh, we laid pipe and waited for an inspection. Not a lot of video content there, or pretty soon, maybe right after the 4th of July, we're gonna be pouring concrete down here, which is so exciting, but that's gonna take probably almost a week to cure. And maybe that'd be good to help you fall asleep, but we're not gonna be showing you concrete curing videos or anything like that. So we'll keep you posted along the way. I thank you for all your prayers and support as we continue this project. And of course, at the time of this video, we've raised about $825,000, maybe $826,000 towards our $1.5 million goal. And so if you want to learn more about the project, you want to jump in, head over to our website, genevaumc.org. Thanks so much. Hold on, I forgot one important thing. Early on in this project, we talked about being able to sign the structural steel so that the future generations who might tear this down to gut it or reconfigure it would be able to see our generation's fingerprints by name, just kind of like this stud was found in the wall from 40 years ago when we reconfigured that space as a church. Now, I'm so happy that the steel got here fast and we were able to get it in right away and keep this project moving and on time, but I still want us to leave a mark. So we've gotten a header here that we're going to be able to use and sign to leave our mark, and that's going to be installed into Fellowship Hall or the lower level. We'll tell you exactly where it's going to be installed, but feel free to grab a Sharpie and sign this. It's available now from when the church is open. It's going to be available 2 Sundays, June 28th and July 5th, and throughout that week. Come up here, feel free to sign. You can take the elevator and come around through the sanctuary if you need to, or head up the stairs. The markers will be here. Feel free to sign and leave your mark for future generations. Thanks. Hold on.